phase here, they really need to put emphasis on the fact that BOM is not only playing tank junglers, but tanks in general. So if you focus on the fact that they like their tanky heroes, maybe you can just ban out some of those priority tank picks and make the game a lot easier for yourselves.
Yeah, it's really interesting for me. Because in when I cast games in the United States, especially when it comes to some of the early ones, before we get to a live finals, you usually see a wealth of those tanky heroes, those tanky junglers, just because the MS is so high in the in a country as big as the United States. You have West playing East, playing Central, and it could just be a lot of lag. That usually when you're as close as they are here in Hawaii, you usually see a little bit more of those technical junglers, the Joy, the Lance, the Assassins like Ling and stuff like that. I wonder if maybe we might see something that could be a little bit more. You get a little bit more mobility there. You catch people out, get a lot of those backliners. We'll see. I do want to say though, the tankier ones, a little bit more of the safer picks, but for the first time here, we can see that BOM on the blue side, so they're going to have first pick.
Right. And here we go again. BOM banning out the Odette. They do not want to deal with that at all, considering it is Heaven and Hell's comfort pick, and he really does love his Odette.
I want to say banning out that Diggy definitely needs to be on the mind of them for a ban, because I do want to say the Irothel, he didn't feel like he was as comfortable on that Irothel as he was on the Diggy. He was able to find some good positioning, able to kind of keep that out, but by the time he was actually able to get effective, it was already too late in the game. And it looks like we're actually going to stick with the same ban, so maybe just a different composition from the side of AI that we might be thinking about.
Right, and if I'm BOM here, what am I thinking, to be honest? Do I want to avoid some of these dive heroes knowing that we just played a full tank composition? It's possible, but I don't know if you have enough bans left to emphasize it, so maybe they just stick with these comfort bans they know that AI is going to try and play if they don't.
Yeah, it will be interesting. We're still going to go ahead, take out that Xborg, we take out that Edith, menaces from the first game, so definitely a little bit of PTSD there from BOM. They're going to go ahead, keep those on the ban range, but I mean, no changes yet from AI, and I'm wondering what we're going to kind of lead with. Terizla was banned out, so this is going to go ahead, leave open Terizla for BOM. I'm wondering if that's going to be the first pick.
And they ban out the jungle Baksha here. But we take the Yu-Song. Okay. I like it for BOM, to be honest. Not only does it give a lot of EXP pressure, but the dive ability into the backline with the ultimate is really, really scary if you have a Petrify combo correctly.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, though. I do feel like Terizla wins out the lane and team fighting composition here, if they have a Terizla player on their team. I mean, Terizla and Angela, probably a good pickup here for the side of AI, but they're going to go with the Esmeralda. Very interesting. I mean, I guess they're still very confident in the some of the picks that they had from last game, just deciding to take out that Boxia.
And there's the Diggy pick early on. They do not want to deal with the tanks.
Yeah, very interesting here. Diggy this early. I mean, the counters, you can have any type of assassin, any myriad of different mages that can kind of take him out. To take him out early to make sure that he's not a factor for a lot of your fights. It'd be very interesting to see what we go with here. We've kind of switched around the priorities that we have here, and definitely going to be on Heaven and Hell. Like we said, he was very comfortable in that first game with the Diggy, not as comfortable with the Irothel, so maybe this will be a little bit more helpful.
Right. And if I'm BOM here, Leo and Fish are both up. There's a Franco pick. Oh, wow. So now not only have suppression, and a D-Rock coming out.
Just take everything you know about the meta, and you take that and you roll it up and you just throw that out.
Yeah, why not, huh?
It's going to be very interesting here. Franco this early. I'm not really sure what that's meant to counter just yet. Popel, and this is the problem, is you let that Franco out early, you let out the ability to kind of counter it. Popel is actually a pretty decent counter, especially if you can kind of control where Koopa goes and keeping him in front of you, or even keeping him in front of your team. It's because when you catch that dog, there's really not much that you're going to be able to do. Then you have the issue that once he hooks somebody, if you have fast enough fingers on heaven, you're going to be able to times journey out of that iron hook in the first place. So it's going to be very interesting to see how well this is going to be. Almost a test for BOM. Can they be successful here in this third game in the things that they were kind of lacking in that second game, where it's baiting out, focusing down that diggy before you start these fights? Once you take down the diggy, the entire team needs to be on the same page, dive in, and be able to utilize and take advantage of that.
Right. I agree completely. And given the fact that AI has picked up this diggy again, it's going to be like a repeat of that last game we just watched. And if Heaven and Hell was playing on the diggy just as well as he was last time, it's going to make it very difficult for BOM to engage with their CCs.
Yeah, it's I do like that right now the focus is really not on the CC for BOM right now. They have the Franco out there, you have the Yuzong, but and interesting enough, did Kali Ciante Dope, he didn't have Vengeance in the first game, did he?
No, he ran Petrify the first game, yes.
Okay, good. I was about to say, because Vengeance, I mean, it'll help you out in lane a bit, but you kind of lose your ability to kind of stick on to some of those heroes. And right now, and this is kind of why I wasn't a fan too much of the Yuzong pick early. His only target right now is really the diggy until you get to that mid and late game. I do like this answer. Fish Gaming, another big priority pick in the mid lane. Lilia's big in the meta right now, does huge amounts of damage, especially when it comes to tankier compositions. The only problem is that slow possibly could get negated out by the time journey of diggy.
Right. It's going to be interesting here with AI picking up the Hylos and the Wanwan. Wow. Well, I don't know if you know a Private Dancer, but playing Wanwan out here in Hawaii on that MS is quite insane, to be honest.
I was going to ask, I don't know what the MS is like in Hawaii. I almost thought it might be a little nice because you guys are all right next to each other. I don't know where the server is exactly, if you guys have your own server out there. I played with some Hawaiian people, and it hasn't been pretty when it's up here in North America. But I thought if you guys were all together, it's gonna be very interesting. What are you thinking about? Whose draft do you like better here?
Oh, personally, I feel like BOM has realized that they're gonna pick the diggy no matter what, so they've gone with a raw damage output with the D-Rock jungle and your Lilia just bursting. So I think that BOM kind of has the advantage team comp wise. They've completely ignored the fact that they've picked a diggy for CCs, and they're just gonna go with this raw damage output to try and burst AI down before they can do anything about it.
5 seconds.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final game between Bring Out Madness versus AI. As you all know, AI knocked BOM to the lower bracket, only to be met by them again, standing in their way in their hopes of making it to the grand finals. Will this be a story of vengeance, or will AI triumph over BOM? We're about to find out here.
Alright, and here we go. Everyone's just landing up at the beginning here. We have Arlen rotating towards the middle, giving us some vision, but Tommy is just going to ignore the letho, it seems like, and go straight for the red. With Sienna though getting massive damage in the bottom.
Yeah, it's a completely different lane exchange than we saw from the first game. Big hook lands onto Arlen, but that is a high low. As you can see, he's going to be able to get himself to safety, using that healing to top himself back off. But that's going to be a heal he's not going to have when it comes up for the next, or the first turtle, actually.
Right, and if you're AI here, given you've drafted a comp to go against CCs, and now BOM has not played many CCs at all, what do you think the key to winning this game is for you?
Well, I mean, you still don't. I mean, you still have some heroes that are not exactly shining. Dyroth has a little bit of a problem when it comes to the mid to late game. He's still very squishy. If you can get some CC onto him, and they have a lot. You've got, I think everybody has a CC on the side of AI. So if you can kind of focus on Clayteezy, once it gets to this mid and late game, you're going to have a lot better time. But you're still going to have to make it there, and you're still going to have to try not to give up too much in this early.
Right, and if I'm AI, I think I play around my Wan here, to be honest. Is the ability to, given that they have a Franco, to lock on and pop your ultimate could just be the difference here when you can burst down multiple team members in the mid to late game. Here we go.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out, because my problem with focusing down on the Wan. Oh, big hook lands. Arlen in trouble here. In between, 3 members get popped up and taken out. This is going to start off Black Dragon deep into enemy territory right now. Pop-up lands on the AI. Heaven in trouble. Gets taken out by Fish Gaming. McLab able to take down Clayteezy and still able, might actually be able to get out of the way. They're continuing on this fight. You can see Hen coming in on that Wan. Is it going to be enough? Vengeance has been activated. Siante Dope in trouble and gets taken out. What BOM had in the early game, they are not able to hang on to as they get tied up by AI. 2-2 game.
Right, and you have the strong rotation from Hen there, coming in and trying to finish off with those last bit of damage. Now we're going to see a lane swap with Hen going down to the EXP and McLabis going up to the gold lane this early.
Yeah, this is a very interesting play because, first of all, you do not have the Petrify on Siante Dope. So he only has one ability that he's going to have to try to use to catch onto Hen, and Hen's going to be able to use that stock Purify that they have as an ability to be able to get out of it. As I say that, Arlen in a little bit of trouble, going to use that Glorious Pathway, is not going to be able to get away. Clayteezy finds the kill there, but the rest of AI in here, you can see that time journey coming out, but Fish Gaming dishing out the damage, taken out though by Tommy. A lot of exchanging here right now. As you can see, as soon as a kill comes out, AI quickly able to answer it back right now. Bring out the madness, narrowly holding on to the gold lead.
And Leo really showing why they want this Franco pick. He's gotten multiple hooks this game, and every single time they've led to a kill in these engagements.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting right now. I do like, I mean, Fish Gaming right now, I don't know if I forgot who the last MVP of the last game was, but Fish Gaming has been a solid, I want to say, just like the most dependable member of Bring Out the Madness, regardless of where these exchanges have been occurring. You see the damage come out every single time there's a kill up there. It's Fish Gaming is up in front of it when it comes to a lot of these exchanges. A little bit of a rotation here. Fish Gaming might want to watch out. Ooh, you can see getting caught there by that reverse time. Arlen from the backside looking for the flank on the Siante Dope. He still has that Black Dragon, so they're thinking twice about that pickoff.
Yeah, now Sero has gone down to the EXP lane to match the fact that Hen is down there. Here comes Hen rotating towards the mid lane.
Yeah, this is kind of shades of the second game. A few little hesitant rotations by AI are going to cost them, but this turtle's still up. Clayteezy sneaks in like a thief in the night and gets that turtle, trying to run away. You see AI trying to make them punish, get them punished before it's Zero able to find himself a tower. What? Oh, man, they're going to continue on with this fight. You can see a lot of that damage. They're in the jungle. Tommy able to find a kill onto Siante Dope. But
there goes
the bottom lane, yeah, 2 of them down, but at the bottom, AI actually putting a little bit, making their way through that bottom lane.
Yeah, and here they go. They're going to be pushing down the mid lane.
Yeah, they're pushed on the mid lane, and they're doing such a great job right now, being able to kind of macro out this. You've got 2 towers now from the mid. That's going to open up, Bring Out Madness. That's going to open up their jungle. There's not going to be any safe place for BOM to go if AI invade. And you already saw them start invading into that purple buff. Got there, the enemy's purple buff uncontested. They're going to be able to get to the orange buff as well. It's going to be a very, Bring Out the Madness is going to be on their back foot for a lot of this game right now if they cannot answer back.
Oh, hooked by Leo onto there. Hen and Tommy.
Yeah, Speedy Light Wheel comes out, is able to kind of dish out the damage, take down that tower very quickly. Hook doesn't really end up in too big of a kill just yet. You can see that BOM being picked up by Tommy, so he's going to have himself a huge amount of damage, as well as that CC on his dog when he ults into that We Are Angry.
Yeah, and I really like AI's understanding of their positioning here, because when they pushed down the mid lane in the first game, they overextended and they got 3-man wiped on the side. But this time they immediately back up, they reset, and they're able to defend their mid lane instead of having BOM march right back down after a wipe.
Yeah, the only problem that comes is a lot of these fights start turning into coin flips. Oh, a big stun lands. Heaven finds the iron hook there. You can see the time journey out. Glorious Pathway Fish in a little bit of trouble. Is going to have to back off. Clay able to find the kill, but Hen able to take him down as well. Still a fight up at top. We are down. It's 3v3 down here. You can see a big suppression lands. Arlen gets taken out, and there goes the crossbow of Tang, lighting them up. Black Dragon from the side. Tommy in trouble here, and look at this is the problem when you do not have you don't have the petrify, but he still has the vengeance, and that's enough to burst him down. Oh no, McLabs able to steal the turtle from the back line. Zero in trouble here, gets taken out by McLabs on that Esmeralda. Deontay Dope might be joining them in a few seconds, gets pulled back by the reverse time. What a good play by AI there, and a hook goes wide for Leo.
Right, and now AI has so much pressure on their side lanes they can push here with this basically full wipe. They're gonna take it on the top lane. Yep, here you go. McLabs is pushing the top lane, and they're just gonna turtle up and set up for the next Lord, it looks like.
Still an even game, so this is still anybody's fight. The problem is that, like I said, you need to have everybody on the same call. Everybody needs to be doing the same thing. If Clay TZ goes in to try to get that kill onto Heaven, the rest of Bring Out the Madness need to be ready to help support that.
Right, and I agree completely. It seems like just decision making and callouts seem to be BOM's problems, where they're getting split on these decisions of who to focus in these fights, and AI is really taking advantage of it, making it really hard for them.
Yeah, we're gonna see how well this pays off. You can see here they're still able to get this Lord. You can see a little bit of contention coming from AI trying to get in there. They're not gonna be able to get that purple buff. Up at the top, Deontay Dope in trouble. Does he have a Black Dragon? He doesn't. Looks like he's gonna get taken out as well. The rest of Bring Out the Madness coming in, trying to support it, but down. Tommy able to go ahead and take down Zero. Next, you can see the damage coming out, trying to protect the Fish Gaming in trouble. Esmeralda not trying to let her get away, using those black shoes. Fish aiming, able to find the success. A hook lands onto Tommy. Is that gonna be enough? They are split up, and Clay TZ goes down. A 10-13 game in favor of AI.
Oh, and Fish might have overstayed his welcome here. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Fish Gaming up at the top, but had nowhere else to go. I'm not really sure they overstayed their welcome, as well as they just didn't have anywhere to go. They were kind of trapped up there as the flank from AI kind of split apart, Bring Out the Madness, and that's going to go ahead and give them a free Lord.
Yeah, that's a 4-for-0 for AI on top of the free Lord. What do you think the goal is here for AI to be able to end this game?
Yeah, we're going to see how well that kind of issues out for them. We do see the lanes all kind of pushing in. We're going to see if they kind of go ahead and spread out to kind of get that that pressure from all top and bottom lanes here. You can see the rest of Bring Out the Madness. They're kind of grouping around mid to go ahead and fend off, trying to funnel the rest of AI into this mid tower. You can see a hook goes out, goes wide. Lord getting ready, swinging away at the minions. Oh, Glorious Pathway comes out. They dive under the tower. McLabs takes a heap of damage from the tower. Look at that. The tower damage right there, doing a lot of heavy lifting for this kind of Bring Out the Madness. And in the back, Fishing Gaming able to find a kill on the Heavens. Down goes Hen as well. Arlen in trouble, gets suppressed down. That's going to be a third kill for Bring Out Madness. And what a mistake by AI. They dove in the tower. They didn't juggle the aggro on from the tower shots, and that brought down 3 of the members of AI. They were low before they even decided to disengage from that push.
Yeah, and I don't know if we talked about this earlier, Dancer, but I'm just thinking of AI's composition right now, and I feel like it's going to be very, very hard to push into the base like this, you know? You have the Esmeralda jump, and you have the Hylos ultimate to slow them down, but besides that, you don't really have any heavy pressure once you get into the enemy base.
Well, the problem isn't that your composition doesn't have the Asiante dope, and another problem keeps getting caught out here in a bad position against AI. But the biggest problem comes when you do not sync up the lanes. What you want to do at mid is you want to put some pressure there to allow these top and this bottom lane to start pushing in so you can get one of those towers. You don't need to just go 110% at the mid if you have minions pushing at the top and bottom, because then you have Bring Out the Madness who's going to have to split up their priority. Right now, you just have them all defending this one tower and basically forcing you to funnel your entire composition into this very small crevice.
Right, and I can see exactly how that makes sense. It really makes it difficult for AI to try to win any turrets here, considering that they're not pushing up all their lanes at the same time. And with that, BOM can just emphasize sitting in the middle and in a raw 5v5 with a Yuzong and a Lilia.
Time Journey not going to help your way out of a suppression. Heaven gets caught again. Apparently a little confused that he is not playing a tank character because he keeps checking a lot of these bushes away from his team and getting caught.
Yeah, but here comes McLabis pushing the top lane. BOM has to decide whether or not they go back. Oh. There goes
Asiante Dope's going to go over there. You can see that speedy light wheel at the Lord right now. Lord is down. Tommy finds a kill on the Fishing Gaming. Oh, we can see Collegiate able to find the Lord. Big hook lands onto Hen, and that might be all she wrote for the roam of Bring Out the Madness. The rest of the team's going to probably have to disengage, decide how they want to defend a possible push from AI. And this has been kind of the story of the game right now. Bring Out the Madness has been getting a lot of these objectives, and AI has been winning the fights. You can see them right now. All of them pushing down mid again. Now, you can see big Black Dragon comes out for the Asiante Dope. Glorious pathway out. Marksman might be in trouble. A big flicker is going to be able to save Zero as he goes back, but that does not save Asiante Dope. Eventually, they're going to have to answer this Lord, but right now they are focused on this tower, trying to close out this game. Fish Gaming able to find a kill onto Arlen. The rest of AI trying to disengage. Zero finds a kill onto McLabs, and there goes one tower for the Lord. The rest of AI trying to find a place to teleport to get back to base because now they don't have the numbers. They're gonna have to answer this Lord on the back foot. Heaven gets caught in the bush. Clay TZ has locked on, and he is not gonna let him go home. A big abyssal strike finds its mark.
Yeah, and AI really tried to push the fact that they had won the team fight and try and convert that into a Nexus destroyed, but now they have to play off their back foot.
Ooh,
oh, and
yeah,
there goes Fish.
Yeah, big glorious pathway out, slowing down the members of BOM. You can see Zero in trouble, caught in the bad way. Black Dragon coming in. It's not going to be able to save Zero, and now Asiante Dope's going to have to be able to get away. Leo uses that flicker to get out. They are both running for their lives. There's only 3 members. Ooh, on the side, you can see a sneaky Clay TZ looking to push the tower. His hope ran out as Arlen saw it. He's going to go ahead and, actually, this is a tank killer right here. Clay TZ can do a little something here if it's just a 1v1 but decides against it. There's only 2 members to defend this base, and he definitely needs to go home, kind of improve those odds for his team to be able to defend this.
Oh wow. Yeah, and AI is really not wanting to deal with the fact that they lost the Lord and their lanes were pushed up. They just want to play full aggression here and try to end this game against BOM.
Yeah, and right now, it's been anybody's game. Right now, it's like whoever gets the Lord, they lose the team fight, and then they have to defend against the push. So, I mean, right now, It's going to be very interesting here right now. At the 16-minute mark, BOM in great positioning. You can see a nice little output there. Ooh, Leo going to go ahead and back up, get stunned out there. They think twice about it. Clay TZ gets caught out, is going to go ahead and back up. Good positioning for AI right now on this Turtle Fish game. Oh, he expends that flicker. So now he's not going to have that flicker when it comes to this Lord fight. And a Black Dragon is out. So now he's not going to have that for the team fight. Ooh, it's going to be very interesting. Bring Out the Madness going to have a magic horseshoe in their pocket. Big stun lands on the Tommy. Look at the flicker.
Wind of nature.
The big time journey from heaven, able to save him, and Zero goes down. Clint TZ gets the Lord Fish Gaming, finds himself a kill. And right now, as I called before, Bring Out the Madness on the back foot, needs to run and be able to defend this push. A big pop-up lands. McLabs is not going to be able to take it down. Look at Fish Gaming, not done here. Who can stop him? Fish Gaming is lighting up AI. I thought there were members of AI over there, and he did his nice little magic trick there, made them disappear, and this looks like AI is going to have to bring out something for this defense. You can see Clay TZ locking on to McLabs. You don't really want to have your Esmeralda in a fight with the Dyroth. You can see the rest of them trying to come in there. Doing a great job is McLabs to distract them, trying to pull the attention away from the push, giving his team time to get up. Is it going to be enough while he is in the back line? Big falling Star Moon, falling Star Moon comes down, does not connect to anybody, and look at the damage. Down goes McLabs. Fish Gaming comes in, topped off, tons of energy, tons of health, and ooh, look at that Lord get chunked down. You'd think that was a minion right there. All lanes are pushing in. Glorious Pathway is out. With the healing from that, the healing from the time journey as well. You can see Hen in a little bit of trouble. Black Dragon out, takes him out. Fish Gaming finds another kill onto Heaven. This could be it for AI. Bring Out the Madness are going to the grand finals.
Wow. You saw the full collapse inside of the base, you know. BOM just understood who they wanted to target, and they went exactly for who they needed to.
Yeah, I mean, what a great game, and I know BOM have to be feeling good. They took down AI who were the original ones who put them down into the lower bracket, and now that sense of relief, that redemption for BOM to be able to overcome that, and now they are going to be meeting in the grand finals. What a great series from both teams.
Right, and now we have our grand finals between the UH Varsity and BOM.
Yeah, I mean, we're still, while we're at the screen, let's talk a little bit about some of the positives that came out from BOM here. Maybe some of the negatives that came out of AI here. When it comes to BOM, I gotta pull out there. Fish Gaming and Leo, huge for the team of BOM right now. Leo able to find those hooks to punish Heaven every single time he was out of position, snapped him up, able to devour him, and then Fish Gaming, bro, this has been the common denominator for BOM in all of their games.
Right, BOM really understands how to play around their mid laner, and when you have a mid laner like a Lilia that can deal massive amounts of damage and reset herself at any time in a fight, it makes it really challenging to deal with her, and Fish showing exactly why. 92% team participation with 39% damage is absolutely wild.
39%, almost 40% of the team damage just by Fish Gaming alone. We were talking about it before. The Lilia, there's not a hero he has picked here. I kind of questioned the Kagura in the first game just because there were a lot of counters to it. Diggy was able to time journey out of it, but this time Fish Gaming had an answer for it. I mean, even with the time journey, the amount of damage that Fish was dishing out with all of those bombs, and then being able to get close enough and then being being able to use those black shoes to get himself back out of harm's way. Amazing gameplay there. And then Leo as well. The amount of hooks that he was able to land and punish, and when he landed those hooks, the team was ready. They were expecting it. They clamped down quickly, and then after that hero was taken out, the rest of the team went ahead for the engagement to push more onto their advantage that they had.
Right, and if I'm AI here, I'm just thinking about my first game I had against BOM, right? Where we really pushed our dive ability and our advantage, but the moment that I feel like AI started to play BOM's game and we're picking and banning certain things out to counter out BOM's picks, that's when the game started to go downhill for them. Because they were off of things that had the ability to dive into these backlines and deal massive amounts of damage, and now they're focusing around engagements and team comps, and it's a question of what style do you want to play against a team like BOM that seems to adapt very quickly.
Yeah, and I do love that they I kind of critiqued it in the second game where they kind of completely changed around their entire drafting strategy. But I mean, now it looks like they had like a huge plan for it. So, and that's something good on BOM. They have the adaptability, they have that flexibility to they're not afraid to completely trash that first draft and be like, you know what? I don't want these bans anymore. We're gonna go ahead and try something new based on that game we just saw. They did that, and they had great success with it as well.
Right, and it's really a comeback story here because I feel like the first game was all AI. You know what I mean? They were just pushing their lanes, pushing advantage, and BOM coming up with a draft to counteract that, and then playing towards the third draft and the third game really made the difference in the set. And I just feel like if I'm AI here, I need to reevaluate what are my priorities during objective fights and in the laning phase in the first 5 of the games. Where should I be, who should I be targeting, and how aggressive or passive should I be playing?